Hey, it's Ryan from Combat Off-Road. This is your instructional video for part number 15-1039. That's going to be the rear JK door, our full metal jacket door. That's going to be full installation, tools needed, everything you need to know to get these on your Jeep. Okay, so we got the rear door. If you watched the first video, or maybe it's not the first video, but we did the front. That's what it looks like, pretty awesome. We're gonna match up the back. So this is gonna be tools needed and why for the JK rear door. So that's 07 to 18 JK, 4-door, obviously, because it's rear. It's gonna be 15-1039. So let's do the tools. All right, perfect. So door, I'll do the first tool. So it's gonna be your 5/32, sorry. 5/32 Allen key. That does your 6mm bolt. The 6mm bolt's gonna hold your handle on. We're gonna get to that. And then that bolts on with an M6 nut, which is a 10mm wrench. And then out of the box, every Jeep's different. So you're gonna have to do some adjusting potentially. So we got our 3/16 Allen, which does a lot of our stuff here. That's gonna adjust the hinges. That's also gonna adjust the latch. So no matter what, if this fits perfect and works perfect the first try, don't worry, that's great. But I want you to still tighten these, okay? Because they're not tight because they are meant to be adjusted, okay? So don't forget, adjust these guys. The 3/16 Allen also does the back panel, which we'll get to because we got to mount the handle. So that's going to be all those bolts. It's also going to be, we have a bumper. So we're going to have bumpers on the side where the latch is, which is going to hit this part of the door to keep it quiet. They are going to be an 8mm if you need to adjust those. And there's small washers that you can stack in between those to bring that closer to the door, or leave it at 0, which is where it is now. Same thing goes to the bottom. There's another bumper here. This is going to be your 3/16 Allen as well. That adjusts this. This can bring this in and out depending on where you want to contact the door jamb here. And the 8mm again is going to be to release this bumper if you need to bring this in. Okay, so that's tools needed and why. And we're going to move on to the next step. All right, step one. We know what tools we have. We got them all ready to go. Mine's a little messy, but there's not that many tools. So we're going to mount the handle. So basically all I got to do is I'm going to take all these perimeter bolts off for this panel. Don't worry, it doesn't take too long. 3/16 Allen. So let me get those done, and then I'm going to move on to the handle. All right, guys, I just wanted to add, when you're taking the panel off to do the handle, I just had this hanging here, but so just for peace of mind, so all our handles inside outside are run by cables, and they're all tensioned and P-clipped together, so it's nice. But just in case, you know, something's loose, just have a quick little bolt check just from shipping. Make sure these are all tight. You don't need any other tools. Basically your 10mm wrench is going to get all the nut size. These are all 10mm nuts, every one. And then the larger Allen heads are going to be your 3/16. And then the smaller ones on the P-clips are going to be your 5/32 Allen. So you don't need any additional tools. I just figured once you're in there, mounting the handle, or if you're going to do the logo, you might as well just give these guys a little check. Make sure they didn't come loose. And there's just one more here and here. So yeah, no big deal. I just wanted to mention that just in case. Just check them. You never know. Yeah, that's it. That's my PSA for the doors. I can put this back together. Okay, so now that I have all the bolts out from the panel, I can lift this up. It's all attached by cable because we use cables to run the handles, but we're going to put our handle on right now. So I got your M6 bolt. I just basically like to throw the M6 bolt in the hole. That's going to be your 5/32 Allen key. That's going to need the 10mm. So what I like to do is just kind of start those in these two holes here, right by the handle. It's going to be really obvious what holes they are. So I'm gonna grab my Allen key and just kind of hold that in place. Grab the nut. So you can see that on that side. Just gonna hand tight that, and I'm gonna switch to the next one. Really easy. Some people are like, hey, why do you gotta do that? Well, just in shipping, I didn't want to damage the handles or the doors, so it's just safer to ship them with the handles not attached. It's not really a big deal job-wise to do it. So all you're doing is grabbing the wrench side. Like I said, you can tighten with any which way you want. You can use the Allen or you can use the wrench. Right now I'm feeling a little Allen-y. Usually I use the wrench, but. So they're just a snug, tight, you know, no rattle kind of thing. So we got those on. That's the handle installed. Basically, I'm going to line the plate back up. So basically, pretty simple. Just line the plate back up. And I'm going to go around and just toss these on. These again, you know, tighten them down. Then just make them snug, just a little quarter turn after they're all the way down. And yeah, so I won't bore you with this. I'll get this ready and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, we actually have our 3/30 seconds Allen key. That's going to be for the logo. So that's in here. So there's going to be a couple washers and the 3/30 seconds Allen. So while you have the panel off and you're going to do the handle, probably not a bad idea to do the logo. If you feel like theme painting it, I'll just show you. So that's the logo there. If you have our fenders, you notice all our stuff is on, like you can unbolt it and paint it. So if you want to theme that out with your theme color or body color, you simply use that 3/30 seconds Allen, move that off, do whatever you want, paint it, powder coat it, wrap it, and then put it back on, or just leave it black, whatever suits you best. There's no big deal. You can take this panel off anytime you want. I just suggest if you had the plan already to, when you're putting the handle on, just take those off. Kind of up to you, but wanted to add that in there. All right, so step 3, moving on, is remove your doors. So there's a toolkit, there's OE, there's all kinds of videos. You guys should know how to remove your doors. If you don't, then Google it, because it's pretty easy. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, movie magic. I have the driver's side door. So here we go. So basically grab wherever you want. It's pretty easy. Line up the pins. I'm gonna drop it on. So like I said, there's a bunch of different adjustments. So I'm gonna make sure, I'm just gonna give it a try out of the box. See what we get. So it looks like I gotta do some adjusting. So that's pretty simple. I'm gonna play with this latch, and then I'm gonna check the bumpers, and then I'm gonna check the bottom bumper, and we'll go from there. All right, let me do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the door adjusted. It's nice and quiet, opens really easy. So the last step is going to be your limiting strap. So basically you just want to prep that a little bit, spread the cheeks. Woo! Look at that. So there's your access panel for your OE door. You just want to slide that in. You might not be able to see it, but it's wherever you took off your OE one. It's right through here. So I'm gonna get in there. These are new, so they're a little tight. Okay, I got it. So there we are. Limiting strap. That's all you need to do. You put that access panel back in. Oh, Jesus. Malfunction. So straps on, handles in, latch is set, bumpers are set, door shuts. There you go. Looks good. So that's going to be the JK rear door, part number 15-1039. And they're all ready to accept some soft uppers. and that's what you get. Pretty cool. I think it turned out really awesome. Looking forward to seeing everybody with these doors. I think you really enjoy them. Nice profile, lots of room for your arm, tons of visibility for off-road. Gives you that open air feel. They look cool. Didn't paint the logos, matching hinges. Comes with mirrors. Everything's ready to go in the box. So there you are. Thanks so much.